got big egos, it's plain to see. I didn't leave the life left me. There ain't no other in the life no more. They say they love you.
Welcome to the Motorcycle Clubhouse. I am Tabasco, your host. I am the egregious biker on TikTok, but I actually am the sophisticated biker. I own the sophisticated biker brand. You should check out our website at www.sophisticatedbiker.com because it's cool and so are you. I chose the word egregious. Why? Because during the last weeks of my time with the MC, when I hung on my patch up for the final time, I was in an argument with the national president, and I won't go into details other than things were just going sideways at the top. I was in a national and state leadership position, and had I been paying attention, I realized that he had mandated and replaced about every other state boss in the nation during the time that I had been in that position, about 3 years. And I was growing the state. We added 3 new chapters, and they hadn't added any chapters, and they had not had a successful chapter other than their original Florida chapter in 22 years. And I grew up 3 other chapters, and we were growing and growing. But as often you get people with in power who get bad people in their corner. And I'll tell you, the guy that I argued with, our national president, he's a hell of a guy. I had a lot for him, and I just felt that he was being misled by people with not his best interest at heart, and it turned out to be that way, which proved inevitable after we left. But I won't get into that either. Basically, we were having a discussion, and we were arguing Wednesday about somebody who had left. My number 2 guy had quit, and the week before, and he was upset about it. And when he gets upset, he yells, much like much men do, and wants to argue. And we were arguing about why the person quit. And he said, "I think I'll just fire you." And I said, "You ain't gonna fire me. How you gonna fire me? You didn't hire me. I was elected." And he said, "Oh, you want to challenge me, boy?" He said, "What do you think if I fire you?" I said, "I think it'd be an egregious mistake." And I said, "Because I ain't done nothing wrong." And he was like, "What'd you call me?" And I said, "What do you mean call you? I ain't call you nothing, man." And he said, "What'd you just call me? What was that last word you said?" I go, "I don't know." He said, "What the word?" I said, "Egregious." "Yeah, what you call me egregious?" I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "It don't." I think it was, "What does that mean?" I said, "It fucking means like horrible, appalling, huge, gross, dumb. It'd be a huge mistake. It'd be unspeakable, shameful, flagrant, terrible, horrible. Those are." I said, "That's what it means." And he got all pissed off. So anyway, after I left, I on the vest that I do wear now, it says egregious on the bottom barker. But we're here to talk about why motorcycle clubs eat their own. And I can tell you that it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I see it happen in all the clubs I've known. I don't know it happens in all clubs. I'm just saying the clubs my experience has shown me that it happens more often than not. It's a power struggle. Maybe it's a power dynamic. You get guys that are about it, and you get these leaders that are about it. And what you've got a collection, in a lot of cases, not all cases, but in many cases, you got a collection of narcissists and bullies. And I've always said in the MC life, this is where the schoolyard bully found that he could thrive as an adult, because basically it's about imposing their will on others that they deem weaker. That's what a bully does. But we all know that bullies are insecure, terribly insecure, and they can't outtalk you or think you in most cases, but a lot of times they're bigger, mightier physically, so they resort to violence or the perpetuation of violence, as if they're going to threaten, and and they rely on that fear to keep people in line. And in actuality, if you push them, they're not. They ain't no tougher than you are, man. You know what Mr. Black used to say? If you're going to walk in a room and think you're the biggest bully in the room, you better be damn sure you're the biggest bully in the room when you walk in, because you ain't usually or always going to be. And in fact, 99% of cases, you ain't. Sometimes it ain't worth arguing with the bullies. Just let it go. I get it. But when bullies destroy your entire collective, then that's pretty sad when they can't get their shit together and hang out. And I only bring that up because that's one of the reasons why we left the club. I say we, it was all the state officers. And then here come the bucket of lies down the pike. This is years ago now, but yeah, they still can't get my name out of their mouth. It was just mentioned last week again. To somebody called me and said, you know, so and so was saying this about your club or about you, your time in the club. Half the motherfuckers wouldn't even know a club if they actually joined one because they ain't even in a club, man. I mean, it ain't what it was. It's too bad because it used to be something fantastic. It's a big club. It's still around. It's still in probably 8 states. It's only about, I don't know, 80% smaller than it was because well after I left and the state officers down here all left, many people, I'm talking people with 45, 50 years quit, people who had retired handed their patches in, all because of narcissism and bullyism, man. And we just seen it coming down the pike. You know, I grew up my entire life in the MC life and I saw it coming from a mile away and was progressively over time getting so bad that I said that, you know, this is bad. This is bad to the point somebody's going to get hurt, or they're going to get somebody killed. And lo and behold, two brothers lost their lives not even 3 months after we left, due to an avoidable situation. But again, somebody's ego. Look, I ain't into arguing with them boys, but I'm a citizen. I'm just a lowly citizen, man. But they want to fuck around, they can find out. They want to keep running my fucking name in their mouth, and you'll bring it on, boys. I got no rules, so I'll be sitting in your living room when you get home because I ain't playing with y'all. But that's my message to those followers. The creepers, you know, they're not my fan. They don't like me, but yet they follow the brand and they're nosy and they want to know what the hell I'm doing. It ain't none of your fucking business what I'm doing. What I'm doing is me. And you know, yeah, I still got a lot of friends in a lot of places that are real. And you know what? We don't even have to talk about that. You know, when I'm talking to my friends that are in leadership of clubs and stuff, we ain't talking about club stuff. Sometimes they ask my advice. Other than that, we're just friends. That's the way to be, man. But you know, if you ask why clubs eat their own, it's usually a power struggle. I mean, I've seen national leaders get taken out by those who are chomping at the bit to have their job. I had the same thing going on here. I was trying to train somebody to take my position, somebody I thought was well qualified and just didn't have enough experience yet. And I guess he got impatient or ultimately just ridiculously jealous. I didn't see it coming because I trust people. I trust people way too much, and I've been told that. Not with the big things, but with, you know, with their presence. And so I was trying to train somebody to backfill. And I think that if you're in a position of authority, which I was, you know, it's your job to train your replacement, man. You got to be thinking about that. You ain't gonna be there forever, but a lot of the guys don't, man. A lot of guys just think they are and I've said it. You've heard me if you've listened to the podcast. They say that, you know, they think they are the president, not filling the role of a president. You ain't the president. You're filling a role. You're supposed to be leading and bettering your club, not sitting there as a narcissist wanting people to kiss your ring finger and stuff, man. But that's just the way some people are. I don't get it. It's really an outdated ideology. I mean, even clubs that are beefing. You know, I didn't join a club to beef with other clubs. I joined the club to party and ride my motorcycle. That's what I like to do. I prefer clubhouses over bars any day of the week because it's a controlled environment. You know what? And there's righteous people in clubs. There's some really some big clubs that you guys would know. And I'm friends with their leadership. And you know what? I'm always treated wonderfully well with respect. And you know what? Even in our own club, there were a few assholes, but you know what? There's assholes in every club. In every walk of life, there's assholes. I mean, why? I'm almost starting to begin to agree with the World Health Organization and the deep state that 8 billion motherfuckers need to leave this planet because I'm about sick of half these motherfuckers shit. I'm telling you, just general mankind in general, man. So many people are just about themselves, man. They're totally about themselves. They won't lift a finger to help nobody if it don't benefit them. I've seen it. Now that I sit back and I see it from the perspective from the outside, you know, it's not just clubs, man. It's humans. And you know, when did it start? I don't know. I equate that to the same thing. It's about imposing your will or their will over others. When did that start? Millions of years ago, thousands of years ago, whatever, in mankind. But somewhere, in some tribe somewhere, somebody decided that they were better than everybody else and that they were the king and that they were going to be the king or the leader or whatever. I mean, think about it. You're born into a country and you're told what to do from the minute you get here, and you're in debt, you know, or your parents are for your birth about 50 grand. And I mean, you literally, wherever you're born, man. You're born with whatever rights other men who've come before you have decided that you can have. Isn't that crazy? You join you're literally born on a planet that I don't even know if we had a choice, but whatever. But here we are, and you're born, and yeah, you can't go here, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't drive more than 55 miles an hour. You know what the fuck ever. It's amazing how pathetic mankind is, and it's all in exchange for dirty linen paper and shiny rocks. We could fix world hunger, we could fix world housing, we could fix, everything. Medicine, we could cure everybody because we have the technology, but you don't have enough dirty linen paper in your bank account or shiny rocks to back it like gold. And because you don't have shiny rocks and dirty linen paper, we're not going to do this for you, man. This planet. Man, if it started out this way, I don't even know what the point is. But anyway, back to the MC thing. Look, I don't hold no grudges against. There's only a couple people I hold grudges with. I've gotten along with my enemies, and I really never saw myself as having enemies. Man, we had some contention with some people, and like I told them, I'm not here to be your enemy. We can be enemies, but I'm not here to be your enemy. I'd rather get along, man, and do righteous things and party together and defend each other. But rarely do you have to go out and worry about getting in a fight or do anything, regardless if you know how to hold yourself and carry yourself. Ain't nobody fucks with me. I don't go out and get in bar fights. I'm 55 years old, man. I really didn't even back when I was younger. There was no need to. I'm a confident person. Yeah. I got some haters now. I picked up some haters, and guys want to run their fucking mouth because they're keyboard commandos, and you think you're such a badass, and show me. I was telling a story about the cop that tried to kill us when I was 25 years old by busting in our apartment because my roommate was screwing his girlfriend. And this guy's, nice story. Go smoke another pipe or glass pipe or something. What a fucking, he's exactly what I'm talking about. A bunch of fucking ninnies who don't run their mouth because they're keyboard commandos, social media, giving a voice to people who shouldn't have one for about 25 years now. But you know what? I don't make stories up. Everybody knows. And it's like I don't have, like, I don't know, many of the followers I have that I've known and have been in the club, life with me, either been in a club with me or been in a club that I've associated with, another club. And they know these stories. So I'm going to say here, make shit up. I mean, what kind of la-la land does that guy live in, man? But, how pathetic is your life when you're so fucking bored and inconsequential that you just got to basically surf the social media so you can spew vile out of your fucking mouth about shit that you know nothing about. I mean, that's pretty bad. I mean, that guy must really, really not have anybody who gives a shit about his worthless opinion, because he felt so compelled to leave his opinion on my site. Like, anybody doesn't know me, like, I give a flying fuck what anybody thinks about me. I lived the life I lived. I did what I did. That's it. I ain't saying it's a hero. I ain't even saying it's right and wrong. I've said often, and again, it's a joke with other clubs, my friends. I've never hurt anybody who didn't deserve it, and that's, I think, mostly true. But I ain't trying to be nobody. I am me, and I have a lot of history in the life. I have a lot of experiences in the life because I was in some big leaderships of some big clubs. I'm not bragging about it. I was serving people there, man. It wasn't like I was the king kahuna. I wasn't the president. I filled the role as the president. I've said it a million times. And he's fucking insecure, man. Like the guy that I was trying to replace, Mr. Internet Boy. What a fucking joke. Everybody in the world knows this dude isn't even a real biker. And nonetheless, he's a party boy, playboy party boy, whoop-de-whoop. He ain't nobody, but he ain't even worth nobody's time. But them are the ones that pretend like they're, somebody. And anybody who would hang with him and those type of people and call him a brother, but actually know what they are, because I didn't know what he was when I was trying to train him. I thought he was real. He isn't. Everyone knows he isn't now, and they still want to hang with him. Or I mean, that just shows the level of desperation some people have, man. I only fill my time with real people. That's it. No, none others, just real people that I know have proven themselves in their clubs or in their life, and they're real. I ain't got time for nobody else. Hell, I don't even know I had time now, 7 days a week, for a damn club, to be honest with you, because we're so damn busy. Seems like you can never get nothing done. But, yeah, I don't know. they eat their own because there's always somebody behind you that wants your position. And there's so many of these guys that talk a bunch of talking bullshit, and they go, "Well, I'd rather do this. I'd rather beat somebody up. I'd rather, be, no, 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 you wouldn't. You really wouldn't, because I know guys that would just munch you and spit you out because you taste bad. I mean, the guys would just annihilate you. The real people, whether they be diamond wearers or not. But the guys that tout they're the loudest, puff their chest the biggest, are usually the weakest, because they're definitely the weakest minded. If you go into a room thinking you're the smartest guy in the room, you've already proven you're not the smartest guy in the room. So anyway, if you think it can't happen to you, it will happen to you. It happens to probably 80%. In fact, if you are about it and you step up, as I feel like you should. I think if you have the experience, I believe you owe it to your nation to step up and pass along what you've been taught. Like I said, when this internet boy decided that he was jealous, and you think you're so smart, you think you know everything. I said, you're a fucking moron, man. I said, how many thousands of times have I said I'm not the smartest guy in the room? Listen to everybody, because the quietest guy may have the best idea, and that's been proven true as well. And experiences even he was involved in, and others like him were involved in. But I said, all I'm doing, you sit there and say that you respect these guys that taught me, but yet when I tell you, and I am and use what they've said in real life and real action, you think it's my idea, and you want to argue with me every step of the way. You're arguing with these guys that you hold so revere, and you say that you respect so much, that have passed on, that gave us this knowledge, or gave me this knowledge and training, and somehow you think you're smarter than them, because all I'm doing is just regurgitate what I was taught, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. And I think that you should step up into a leadership position if you have been taught and been fortunate to hang around with the old timers who taught you how to be, how to be real, how to be righteous, how to be respectful, faithful, not a liar. I mean, that's just life. That's just humanity. 80%, 9% of these motherfuckers are liars and are worthless pieces of shit. Now I get it from the WHO and the deep state position. They're damn right. They call them eaters or something like that. They're just eaters. They just eat, or consumers or some shit. No, it's not consumers. It's eaters. They just eat up, whatever the stuff on the planet, and consume everything, and they don't really contribute anything. And there's a large segment of that. I do know righteous people. I think I do. I've been wrong before. But and I find further and further along, the more wrong I am, honestly, because people I continue to think that are righteous prove to me that they're not righteous, that they're only about themselves. But when it comes to the club, if you think that you're in it and you got it and you're in power, buddy, that only lasts for so long. You know what lasts forever? Your reputation, your integrity, your respect. Those are the things you can hold on to. You're not going to hold those positions forever, and you can only be a bully so long, because I know of a bully who loves to start shit, and he ain't got it no more. I gotta tell people before, man, I ain't even as good as I once was, as the song goes. I ain't even that good, because I ain't 25 anymore. I ain't 35 no more. I just take care of business the way I take care of business. I ain't worried about it. Every human being has a right to defend themselves, whether it be from your government or from a thief or a predator, or a bully, as far as I'm concerned. And now I got some young cats out there, running my name in their mouth, who don't even know me. I was with the club 20 years ago-ish anyway. And again, you tend to, if you have experience, you tend to fill positions quicker, because they need people with experience. And there were people that came up under me that went on to become bigger than better than I was, that still were true friends, and still are true friends, who when somebody would run their mouth about me, he's like, you don't talk like that in front of me. He's like, that man gave me everything. And I'm just telling you what he said. He said, and I never claimed this, but he said, that man taught me everything. He saved my life. He goes, he brought something to me that I didn't know existed, and he helped me succeed to the level that he could, and it gave him his life. And, that wasn't my intention. My intention was to be righteous and real. But that meant a lot to me, that even after almost 20 years, and he was been in a different 1% club the whole time, and, and still has my honor in my back when I'm not in the room. The man who has your back when you're not in the room, that's your friend. That's the righteous brother, and there's very few of them. A lot less than what you think. If you think you know, count them and then cut it in half, and then probably cut it by 2/3 again, and see what you actually come up with, because that's the actual ones, and you're not going to know which ones they are. But sometimes no good deed goes unpunished. So all I can say is you're only responsible for your own actions. If you're a tough guy, if you're a bully, if you're an internet commando, just go on, man, about your life. Go fucking find a hobby. Go find a club and make it better and bring all your big power and wisdom to it, because you think you fucking know everything, even though you've done nothing. But as far as I'm concerned, you know what? I'm just here to push buttons and motivate people. Keep it real.
Got big ears.